Sitting inches away from the raging fire is a 12-year-old boy named Rohan. He isn't mourning. He is dragging his bare feet across a jagged stone until his toenails bleed, his eyes wide, bloodshot, and completely devoid of humanity. Before anyone can process the self-inflicted violence, he drops to all fours, lets out a guttural shriek, and launches himself directly into the burning corpse. It took the combined strength of several grown men to drag him back from the flames. To understand how an innocent child devolved into a feral entity, we have to trace his steps back to a horrific physics experiment gone wrong. A few days earlier, Rohan explained a concept he learned at school. It was Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Throw a ball at a wall, and it rebounds with the exact same force. Next afternoon, walking home, Rohan spotted a bright red lemon pierced with dozens of needles lying in the middle of a dirt crossroads. Curious, he formed a hypothesis. If he picked up this superstitious object, would he trigger a reaction? He slipped the lemon into his bag. By attempting to test a scientific law on an occult artifact, Rohan unknowingly inserted himself into a deadly pre-existing chain of cause and effect. The reaction hit almost immediately. That night, an unseen icy force flooded Rohan's body. He tore his textbooks to shreds and viciously strangled his own mother, refusing to let go until villagers pried him off and bound his wrists in iron chains. Desperate, the village sent for Bhairav Baba, an experienced local exorcist. He paced slowly through the family's small home, searching for the source of the sudden madness. He stopped at Rohan's school bag, reached inside, and pulled out the needle-pierced lemon. The exorcist immediately recognized it as an uttara. This is a highly specific black magic ritual designed to capture a malevolent spirit, bind it to a physical object like a lemon, and transfer the curse onto an unsuspecting proxy who touches it. Rohan's violent possession was just collateral damage. He absorbed the reaction. To find the source of the horror, we have to look for the original, terrifying action that created the curse. The timeline traces back to Thakur Balwant Singh, the wealthiest landlord in the district. Driven by greed, Balwant murdered a poor, helpless farmer named Kishan to steal a single acre of land, stamping the dead man's bloody thumbprint onto a forged deed. But Kishan's vengeful spirit returned from the grave. It completely bypassed Balwant and viciously attacked the landlord's only son, tearing at his flesh and driving the boy to the brink of death. Terrified of losing his bloodline, Balwant sought out a dark tantric. Using rusted iron nails and blood-red dye, the tantric forcefully dragged Kishan's angry spirit out of the boy and successfully trapped it inside a bright red lemon. The instructions were strict. Drop the lemon at a public crossroads. The spirit would attach itself to the first person who disturbed it, leaving Balwant's family clear of the curse. Balwant thought he had successfully cheated justice, but you cannot delete a curse. He had simply redirected a devastating equation onto an innocent 12-year-old variable. Believing his wealth and dark magic had insulated him from the consequences of murder, Balwant packed his son into a car and headed for the city, leaving his village behind. Back in the village, the trapped energy inside Rohan reached its boiling point. Driven by a strength that shouldn't exist in a child's body, he shattered the thick iron chains binding him and bolted into the night. Balwant accelerated his car down the dark highway. At the exact same moment, the feral Rohan reached that specific stretch of road. The two trajectories collided. Rohan picked up a heavy stone from the dirt and hurled it with supernatural force. It smashed directly into the windshield of Balwant's speeding car, sending the vehicle violently off the road and into a massive tree. When the dust settled, both Thakur Balwant Singh and his son were dead in the wreckage. Kishan's spirit had finally extracted the exact cost of his stolen life. Rohan survived the crash, but the boy who wanted to be a scientist is gone, leaving behind an empty, broken vessel that still wanders the village roads,